Yampon what they are saying, Gay can say as a Canadian. Mamma Blamansani, Aplamadia, Vigia just said, you know, said your coso, my I'm going to do my handsome one. Ever present a big mass, or my put to Cassia Boca Petiso, and I did blow baby Piao. Now, and then dear, too far for Santa Mantemo. Your baby people and company Mantemo. Yene and Penny Four or more NSS headquarters about Como. Opinion, I may be bonity, will be now or a former manager. Me penasempa or ya for a ninty, me fana, any apple. Or you'll be an animated, baby, a debia of Fena or Chivoso. Mr. Armstrong, Esa, he say, Onaye, Director of Corporate Affairs, Edema, NSS, Ewan Company Mantemo. Now she any ready broke. I say, if any mamma Blamas, I remember for my Madame Delivery, when I shamata, come, did you make a bro life? Every NSS or Machia, continue to Isaiah 61, I shall be. Yet, I was my Yakuba Medino, a bifrasi. Say me a ma or movie a yeshia pong, so mobile national service, I drew honoma, a year not in check a craman or home so, will be kosher baby a dinatro, will be because a baby a dinatro or homoa, means me go because immediate pampo peer listening, just a simple bridge, say Pamlo Chalo, and penny for or muti juma, our NSS a share ye. Yancy, yes, sir, or my issue new code to be a year family yesterday, 2021-2022 academic year. I will be and saying, among my Edisa the age, Manapod no cry, a dear never guama a school free, none a Juma dear planets, and anything I about company free, know, magician combo, me Ramstone, and my call about presenting so. What's now my idea? Oh, my affair. Oh, maybe I can pass a messiah. Yes, say, Mumma Titi and I actually a baby, say, Nayeti Mina or Yana Mocassa.
I say, one woman was in the yes, you sad in
Sir. If I saw young share, would you make dear Mubabiti, a year new code I'm issue for 100 years student for NSS? No, silence is your bit number your home.
Yes, say our kind. Monday and the management of the National Service Scheme led by an OSS MP. We did press release about it, and the press release was to publish the PIN codes are generating for all the prospective National Service personnel for 2022-2023 service year. And this is a 1 year introduction in 2021-2022. Yes, and so we've released the PIN codes for all the prospective National Service personnel. Which we are starting on register so that we'll be able to get the National Service number. And then afterwards, literally a posting. Now, we're posting now, so we're PIN codes now, is for 3 categories of prospective National Service personnel. First category, all the final year students of accredited tertiary institutions of Ghana, university school, Cumbia, Abanajo, Matus, only tertiary institution, all the final year students are university submitted details to us. We've captured their details in our system, and the generated PIN codes are more. That's the first one. And PIN codes are here releasing, so it's for the second category, the defaulters. Defaulters in here, young Ghana for moving school, it should be a person call. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years. For some reasons, I want to answer for Ghana, went to year of national service. So those people were invited to submit applications to the head office and to National Service Scheme across the regions. We do the core, this was the core region. In the release now here, so also captures some of the defaulters And the last category of release now by the private registrants. Ghana for Marco School and I Ghana for 1 year private courses our Ghana. It is cool 3 categories of prospective personnel and a release of pin course. Monday and we're giving them up to August 8. So we are going to have registered the pin course now to have a national service.
Mr. Armstrong, Esa, Director, say, ama 2022-2023 academic year. Boss, not just a me to say, not just a way, no. Maybe by any pabuchi. Ube huni ako baby, yes, you register, you are way, not where maybe you
No, see, I will hear all the operations, all the processes, our national service schema. Because of digitalization and all our processes have been digitalized. From the day I ever issued PIN codes, I will start here. You always see a friend of pre-deployment registration because finally the deployment and our postings in the bar on the second part of registration and the really friend post. Deployment registration. Your processes in online. And then, one registered in there's almost sunlight, and I'm call district office, and I'm call regional office to queue to register. And then all registrations can be done on your phone, on your laptop, on your tablet. It is encouraging to hear. So because of the we are here streamlined processing, it takes less than 2 minutes for a person to fully register to get an NSS number. There's nothing like difficult and as a challenge is we are also like now no.
You say like what phone me have access to internet.
Sure.
Now I go through that's it. 330 Ghana na ugusu a wuchi o man kunto kasi e boss kai say na yaba be pem nka bubune man temo e wo NSS omo e office mene Mr. Armstrong Esa ono na ye Director of Corporate Affairs e wo NSS nka bubune man temo papa no osa ye me boss inti abra metina say yes be kan na de ni di se na ba bisi yem fama no ne penasem ni pade o ya de osa ye yi Abraham Sanam Tiajuma Bidumidi Ebro, Kai say a sort of chunk of more FR, NSS or new code I issue. Boss and Patrick, Yanshani say, Pepi, the Minister First, Nanaka, will be a honor posting about no. Ebia, Kamini Wokumasi, near posting, say the Abana Court, and Kampunimantem, Papa National Service. Ebia, no minimum be for honor. Me, Quay. I feel I may be big kakra, maybe share of brass, meaning will be our minister come to behind time. Ayana, ye will move face or move faces such challenges. No, I am one as I say, you call your issue, it's me a blow.
I think that's the second part of the process I have. So, first one, I ICC the issue of the PIN codes, so we register and I have postings and deployment in Ankasa. Now it's called various places, various user agencies and organizations or more perform no way. I think that the headline is national service. National service. It's a year Obibia we accredited tertiary institution. They demand what several members. Normally, your postings now in blue or but there are some factors we look at. Of course, we give them the opportunity to choose 3 regions. First region of your choice, second region, third region. It's one of the factors that you hear the background, the area of learning, and also you heard the philosophy of the National Service Scheme. And the National Service Scheme under the leadership of Honorable SB Entry, the philosophy assessor kakra, the mission of the National Service Scheme. We pay attention to a factor like that as in a deployment. We have a lot of factors. Requests from these agencies mean also, we look at some of these things before every deployment. Of course, national services some time ago, me Bogweshe for Central Region, but I have a service our car. Yes, and of course, I needed to rent a room. Yes, of course, then easy. But it was for them or for other women. And between a lot of experiences and knowledge and skills upon before this one. Until the best Indians and very soon you posting to some of these places. I said, and that is where we always discourage brainwashing. Because I want to be now you posting over here, no be a source. The question is, places now will be a how do we develop the place?
The question is, places now, how do we develop the place? And Ejumani the Obekwa na wokono ejumano koye abwa omaigana ama nesi sita anasa ko yi biala 330 Ghana na obi so awushe kai se enne jumedi adibro ekampuni mantemu NSS ahye ahanomo enkane meya ewa santimantemu one na ye head ewa hanoma one mi akasa me boss Mr. Armstrong Esa eji omujuma wa he na momoso na ene abena yaba bepie mu 330 Ghana edi jumedi ebre wa ma wonso wanya bi ahye yenim sa ye how pa na ekoso wo maimu tempempi no ye nuam kuma ne bi ewie yensia pon ahoto polytechnics ne de keka ho na se omo kwakwa national service bi mu sugu omo yam especially for no produ honom do omo se bo muti ada ye buei ya nye fan ya de me ba kotu na me de me konye sika wa hin apply profit no ba ye adwuma na chese ensem se bukuja na we ni yetina se na se da bi na ye panifo ya ba be din kan kompani mantem ha omo hwa kutu no me de esi ye popi no omo so ati ase na de ha ye nkro yi ye nuamu ye show ma wom boss ye show ese mo ya de woni yira osesi be ese mo ba ye what be any shiko ada me read the statement na chese me ni ati o mo si wow this is empanyfo a ye wo so mo be ye adwuma no mo ye aboa nso because all the yenya ye national service ni university ye bi ushe wunya ma obi o ho ma ye na kotu echichi benche ye wase o me mpe just say ka me say bi kura jai mi meta me ni university wa nya national service wase be bi ade kotu ye ontimi nko all because of say dia wo nye sika ko he handan me bi obedi ni ade wo ho no mo na national service was yan show say when introduce new code when here first steps ma ya ade en ka second steps no ye hwese mo betimi ne aban mo panyifo akasa kakra sanke dia mo ba ye bibi kakra ese dia ye fan senka kunkuni mantemu ye west bi wo houses bi wo hon man kakra mo ye du mu na be ba be ku ha mo so be service no en ka mo be ne rooms kakra abwa wo mo so mo fa half na mo so kra mo fa half so senka fe bo ano mo twa na mo bi sabwa.
Actually, I think that this is a very huge question at website. But I think that even before I respond to this, and a lot of our personnel almost eligible on the national service. Of course, you may have instances where some of the personnel or issues be, and we need to solve those issues. But generally, where the report we have received so far, interesting and success stories are received from among the national service next month. You will notice that a lot of them have done the service with joy. Mekai 2 years ago, national service personnel really you're posting to far away place or an admin or versus or a year reposting. But never part catch and say you should go to wherever the scheme has posted him or her. Very soon, yes, we national service wanted to come back. The whole community in our catchment said, no, we still want you to stay because the kind of services are provided to us and they're very, very encouraging. And we have very good stories. Now, talking about housing your personnel, what we're releasing about Tina, we have generated PIN codes for over 127,000 Ghanaians. And so the question is, how can we support such a huge number in terms of accommodation? A very good step, national service scheme, meaning say, you're going to be 200 more, you're going to be sponsors. For Akasa. But as I say, the resources and the strength of national service scheme and to me, Emma and Yakuyan near supporting in that direction. But we're looking at several billions of Ghana cedis if you want to look at how to support accommodation for 127,999. And so that is what we do. But one support our national service scheme, is what we call Play Store on our website. Yes, we have spoken to a lot of vendors, a lot of organizations, on your website. So anybody who is in need of any financial assistance, or per fridge, you're supposed to call maybe on the class in which or per fridge or per some financial assistance. We've created a special app for your website, Play Store. Our cover, you'll be able to access all those financial assistance in any other gadget. Of course, it's a very good discussion between going forward. National service scheme between our personnel concerning housing.
And I said, boss, and boss, Wakasa Manatoma soon. If as time goes on, said Wakama, it should, and it should happen. 3:30 began and I will be so I wish your mind put to Cassia Bosso and my engagement April. NSS or Machia one company mountain. I say, I'm not my son, I'm telling you, I'm engagement April. Have for me, Madame Billy. Well, national matter, we meeting me so yeah, Isaiah 60, only now or Asante Mountain, Angela from down, Opa, or Mobile Binadia Papa do with Chuma. Kaisa and then Mene or Penina or not, and a year director of corporate affairs. Our NSS in Company Mountain, Mr. Armstrong, Esa, and I education como, each was my corporate ready in a bit to us. Yesika Yechesa, service for Sika Nature. On the Akrafin will be school when needs to be only to be that or a Juma Kakra, maybe I make a cigar posting up or two tamale. Yet enough to a ye while yet enough to a sentimental, now for one kind. Kakra or division a car, surely the play so. Or Pesha, Mass and Fifresan or Rana yet, so who will be winning Kura? You will be a service yet. Young just say a tree of bottom near my music because service this kind of Maya will be pobo. When it seemed one ice cream poetry and room. I am a hand, what's I am delay,
the payment of the allowance goes through a process. Sorry. Juma, yes, is Siano, Embra, Echichenia Kaka. And so there is a clear process. I say your film as a national service personnel for the car. Now, even when we had the current administration, of course, there have been times allowance in 2 years. Kaka.
Maybe 3 months.
Obia, the allowance. A woman getting a car and as a woman for 2 or 3 months, it means that our peculiar problem As we speak, we do not owe the service personnel any amount of money except the current one that is being processed. Yes.
But maybe time I hear services say, "Boy, now maybe now me the better man's name."
Then it means
bye all right to me.
All right. Then it means that you had a peculiar challenge. Of course, there are some of them. No one misplacing or more, and now they have problems with their e-switch account enormous. Even why submission of the monthly assessment forms, a problem. A month ago, an MP visited the Deputy Executive Director of Operations to find out why I nipper back home for a couple of months or share the car. Or buy a friend back home. And as if there was a movie, almost friend also where 4 months been submitted my monthly assessment forms. And how were you expecting to be paid? And so there's a clear process. Back downloading what we call appraisal forms, a monthly appraisal form. And we fill your immediate supervisor by signing with the other districts. They are called bridging for validation. And the regional head office for auditing, final audit. Then we submit to controller and accountant general, then gives pays. It goes through a process. But then in terms of something, and it just somehow we say, like accountants always say, there's nothing like bad debt. A bit you check a few weeks, but income that. And I think we must also give praises to the current administration. Say, and of course, the entry. Say, or buy and I won't be as I said, to expedite the process, the payment process. Were to, and that is why, yes, sometimes over to say a few weeks, there will be calls from other courts, but quickly we'll say I resolve the issues. And the issues of allowance is very important. That there won't be a management, as I said, to make sure that allowances implemented here, we have been taking those steps.
Okay. And then I was said, okay, and then the you man FIFA is something in our book, and I also. Yeniji ewo ntiwe ye adwuma na sesika na hyenhyen hyesa na no wapa ba wo fa yeniji kura ye adwuma because e come do wa wo ye adwuma ahe wani kura ha wo san na wo nam yi BC yes cheni ntiane de ho hia so ya no ma ye ntente mama ye 3 TV Ghana na upisu a wo hye ya wan puto kasi e bo sai boss ya no ma ye ntente mama boss ye show say no we you called na man introduce no say you am be we chichi obi o ho ma wan kai people when tie ni say won other rural areas ni ade no e be see the wonya some information have you taken any measures say won education ama wo.
Yes, so we have a procedure we go through before I even release the PIN codes. First of all, you call all the universities, and most of them, yes, because even when head office staff, we've visited other universities, regional directors and so call all other universities and what region to do on-campus orientation. See the church with the process overfilling after the pins have been generated and have been released. See the church almost many nti omuni say generate pin codes dey release more SSA will call back to the website. Now we access pin codes. Now we your payment to get your NSS number. We are aware. Apart from that, release pin codes now. We don't just sit in the comfort of our offices. And I'm going to say to be we make use of the traditional media, TV, radio. We make use of it. We've done a lot of publications. In said a lot of them on the movie. And today there's another major aspect of social media, very, very instant. Social media. And so national service is very active. Your Facebook, your website. The process is now. We've designed the press release ahead by and their trouble. Yes, and apart from that, your regions, your district offices in Nakasa, they have also done public sensitization. More sometimes we say organization we are sorry in more church. And see, you pin codes now. We make use of all available means to make sure that the message goes down to them.
And on my ancient said, "Yeah, who are teaching so we get denounced." But when they are coming back, so after 4 show, people do not process no bit to me. I come out or more so any idea the kind of fascinating.
Yeah, so yes, so once I am releasing pin codes, most process statements now, you just have to log onto NSS, your website. And then your IT for now, will be in the first interface. There's some dialog box. If you say check your pin code, I think that there are two columns. One, your index number, and with date of birth. Once I'll be input to the side details in take you to your dashboard, because we curated the pin codes with these details. Into the date of birth, with school index number, and our NSS, they will create a unique code. So to be able to access my PIN code, I need to log onto it with these details. That's the process. And so we encourage all of them. All the prospective personnel, among we school, regular students, among final examination, defaulters, any private candidates, I would encourage all of them to log onto your platform, to your website, to access their PIN codes. And then the deadline given them is August 8th, and they have more time to do it. But we ask all of them to do it immediately, as and when they are ready. And the registration, like I said, it's less than 2 minutes. Some of them even use 1 minute to do the entire registration.
And that one, a passion, course, our process now papa now want to yafi na putting china percent fifra kudila debi tina fie na so dream wa 3:30 began na obisu a uchi o man put kase e boso e na edjume de bro e won kan company mantem kai said the name director of corporate affairs e won kan company mantem NSS o ma shi e na echichen komo Mr. Armstrong isa e na e bon komo e je musima e ba ye tiesi NSS omoba omujumedi won kan company mantem omutimi fa service fuo ni bi anaso omba service wie ya ni apamo kwatile fi on employment graduate no mu fie ebi mo bisasa na ada na service ye bi ya ye mfani ejuma ye bisasa o ma hye ha omutimi bua ma service personnel sa omo beba ha no emu ebi ya 100% a ya fa ni se mu 30% omutimi employed bi anase eno ni se omuwie ya ri egbo omkonsa mo go fie na fufuro ma ye che husima ye ko ba sa dwumedi ne beto aso